There's a special place in hell for people who waste my time. Wasting time is at the top of my list of pet peeves. Right around being charged for hotel Wi-Fi, people who are rude to servers, and incorrect hashtag use. Hint, hashtag, if it has too many words, you're doing it wrong. I have a mountain of work I could and should be doing. But here I am, languishing in this eerily silent office, listening to the ticking of the world's loudest clock as it crawls farther past our appointment time. 4:26, 4:27. Typically, I'd rather swim with sharks than schedule a late afternoon meeting. Though frankly, many of the politicians I work with are just as dangerous. I prefer to catch people early and fresh, their brains full of bipartisan possibility and artisanal coffee from cups, the watering hole of choice for Senate staffers. A day in the life of a congressional aide looks something like this. Show up at 9, brimming with optimism that you can change the world. By 10, the morning's inflammatory headlines have brought you down a peg, but you're still in the game. By noon, you've put out a fire that your well-meaning but power-hungry boss started with an errant quote. By 2, you've stopped counting the number of ranting phone calls you've fielded from angry constituents demanding your boss's impeachment or resignation. Either will do. By 3, you're questioning every decision that led you to work in the fiery hell pit that is politics. By 4, you're hanging by a thread. A meeting at the end of the day? You're asking for trouble. A meeting at the end of the day with the opposition? Sign my death warrant now. My phone dings with a text. My mom sent me some Justin Timberlake meme. He's eating from what looks like a plate of pasta, but is actually his NSYNC era hair. It's ridiculous, but enough to lift me out of my salty mood. For the moment, anyway. I text back asking if she's looked into train tickets yet, and when she responds with a gif of Alfonso Ribeiro doing the Carlton dance, I'm left to wonder just when I became more mature than my mother. I giggle in spite of myself, earning me a bewildered look from the staff assistant. Of course, now she acknowledges me. I smother my laughter and assume the demure expression of the dignified, professional woman I'm supposed to be. My meeting is with Benjamin Mackenzie, legislative director and gatekeeper for Henry Hank Hammond, illustrious 7-term senator from the great state of Ohio. When I'd emailed Mr. Tardy for the Party a few days ago requesting a meeting, I got back a polite but clipped response, letting me know it was 4 o'clock today or 3 weeks from now. I was simultaneously intrigued and annoyed. Who's so booked they can't meet for a month? He's either the most popular guy in D.C. or way too self-important. And since I've never heard of him, I'm going with the latter. Maybe his delay is no accident. Maybe he's purposely keeping me waiting in some sort of twisted power play to show me who's in charge. I wouldn't be surprised, since just about everything is a power play in this town. Well, joke's on him. I already know he has the upper hand. And the lower hand. Basically, I'm devoid of hands. I distract myself by looking around Hammond's lobby. Overstuffed leather couches in a shade of deep cognac. Check. Ornate, gilt-framed portraits of the senator with former presidents and heads of state. Check. I work in this same building. On the same floor, in fact. And all the congressional offices are variations of the same in both layout and design. I'm here on behalf of my boss, Senator Carol Warner of New Hampshire, champion of the women's movement, favorite of cable news anchors, and all-around feminist rock star. After bouncing around in a series of staff positions for various D.C. power brokers over the past few years, I fought my way up to Senator Warner's senior legislative assistant and have the bruised elbows to prove it. With her name on my resume, I can get a job anywhere I want. Not that I'm looking to leave. Working for Carol is my every dream realized.